sitting there with Glenn Irons, wide receiver for Nebraska Cornhuskers, class of 2014. Man, tell me how your first year was out there in Nebraska, boy. Out there way in Lincoln, you know, far away from home.
It was a big experience, like big change. Like I had to do a lot more on my own. I couldn't really rely on nobody to do nothing for me. It's like more responsibility.
Right. Take me through your recruiting process, man. Like, what made you choose Nebraska to spend the rest of your 4 years?
I think Nebraska is a big tradition place. And like the crowd and the fans, that really bought me. That's why I chose Nebraska.
What other visits did you take?
I went on a visit to McNeese State, Northwestern State, and that's it.
None of them other schools are appealing for you, huh?
Nah.
All right. Man, what's some goals you got set for yourself before you leave Nebraska?
First off, get that degree.
Right. What you majoring in?
I'm majoring in criminal justice.
All right. What, you want to be a lawyer or something?
Yeah, something like that.
All right.
I really want to go to the NFL. That's a big dream that I have.
What about for like team goals? Like, you think y'all can win the Big 12?
Oh, Big Ten championship.
Yeah, Big 10. I'm sorry.
We gotta win that.
Yeah. All right. Now I know you're coming off a torn meniscus, man. Tell me, like, how difficult that was to overcome it and like stay positive coming into the next year.
I never had an injury throughout my career playing football. This is like my first injury that I ever had, and it's tough mentally, but it's just something you just gotta grind through.
Right.
Fight.
Right. All right. So like, how the rehab been going? Like, you feel like you're back at 100%? You feel like you be ready to go when camp start?
I'll definitely be ready to go when fall camp start, no doubt, 100%.
All right. Man, what advice would you give to like a kid that's in high school, you know, that won't play on the next level like you doing right now and be successful?
Don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. Like, people tell me I was too small.
Right.
I'm not strong enough.
Right.
I'm saying, look what I'm doing now. I'm a big D1.
Right.
When everybody wrong, so just do what you gotta do. Grind hard.
Right. Now, man, I've been following you since you was like in the 9th grade at Carr High School, and just like you saying, you know, everybody was saying you was too small. They thought you wouldn't go be able to play on the next level, and then I saw you progress year in, year out, and you start getting better and better. Then your senior year is like you had a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
Like, take me through that. Like, what made you get to that point? Like, how you got to that point where you were so confident, where you just was playing at a whole nother level?
I just think when I first started playing junior varsity, and I used to just score and do whatever I wanted. I think that confidence from that brought me to varsity, and when I was able just to slow the plays down, and it just make everything go quicker in my head.
I got you. Now I know y'all changed head coaches. Y'all got Mike Riley. Y'all got rid of Bill Pelini. So now y'all got Mike Riley. How you think that offense he bringing from Oregon State gonna translate to how you play?
I think that offense is perfect for what I do and the position I play. Cause yeah, speed, sweeps, quick screens, just get space. That's all you need.
Stuff that you used that you comfortable with.
Yeah.
All right. Man, it's always good talking to you, bro. Appreciate you having to sit down with me. Y'all look out for my boy Glenn Irons, wide receiver from Nebraska, man. It's G-Sportz, man. We signing out.
We still humble though, for blessings to come.
Welcome to episode 10, G-Sportz Sports. Thank y'all for tuning in once again. I'm gonna start off talking about the conference finals. My squad, my squiddy, the Houston Rockets, stayed alive and advanced to see another day against the Warriors last night. James Harden dropped in 45 points, played out his mind last night. I just wish he could play like this every game, and we'll probably come back and win this series 4-3. That's kind of unrealistic, but hey, I'm being optimistic right now. The conference finals, other game in the Eastern Conference with the Cavs and the Hawks. And to be honest with you, I haven't really even been watching this series like talking about. I've been keeping up with it. Like, I turned to it, watching for like a little quarter, and I turned from it. I haven't really been paying attention to it. It's been really not really that exciting to me. But the last game LeBron played in, I paid attention to it. I know they went in overtime. LeBron finished with 37, 18, and 13. 37, 18, and 13. Man, that dude been balling like crazy this whole series. In game 2, he had 30, 11, and 9. Game 1, he had 31, 8, and 6. The numbers he putting up in his conference finals is just amazing. And he averaged 41 minutes a game. So, you know, it's just remarkable, bro. You know, I respect LeBron and what do you do on the court. But he took away from his greatness in game 3 after what he did when the buzzer sounded. You know, LeBron, and I've criticized him about this time and time after time before. And people might think this hating. They might think I'm picking with him. But that's how I feel. I mean, why he got to fall to the floor and do all that when the game over? Man, look. Hug your teammates. Dap them all. Go to the locker room and then do all that. Why you got to do all that in front of the camera so that everybody can see you? Oh, my God, LeBron's so exhausted. He played his heart out. Why you got to do all that to try to make your legacy bigger? I just don't understand that about LeBron. I mean, you already great. You ain't got to do all that. That's just something I don't like that kind of stuff. You never seen Jordan them do that. You never seen Isaiah Thomas and Larry Bird them do that when they had great performances. They won. They held their teammates. And they might have did that when they got in the locker room. But why you won't do all that in front of the camera, man? You know what I'm saying? It make me feel like you're trying to put on a show. And that's what I don't like that LeBron does when he has great games. So, you know, you might call that nitpicking, but that's how I feel. I'm sure they're going to close Atlanta out tonight. I think it's going to be a blowout. Atlanta just can't match up with them. And I knew the series was over when I saw in game 1 when they put Paul Millsap on LeBron. Like, what the hell are y'all thinking about? Y'all think Paul Millsap gonna stick LeBron James? I just don't understand what their coach thinking about. That is like not even close to a matchup. Whatever. DeMar Carroll is the only person on that team that can even make it a little tough on LeBron. And that's why this series been looking the way it's been looking. Because they don't have nobody on their team besides Carroll that can at least aggravate LeBron. They put Bazemore on him. Bazemore like 205 soaking wet. Come on, man. They ain't got a shot. So, to be honest with you, I really can't wait till this series over. I'm going to probably pay attention to the little tonight just to see how LeBron act at the end. See if he going to fall out or pass out or say he got cramps. I mean, I don't know. Who knows what he going to pull. But I can't wait to see them get to the finals. It's going to be a very good, interesting finals. Even if my Rockets some kind of way pull this off, come back from 3-1, I think that'll be a good finals to see. But, I mean, realistically speaking, it's probably going to be Golden State and Cleveland in the finals. I think it's going to be the biggest ratings in finals history because that's going to be a great matchup with Steph Curry, LeBron, just the whole irony of it. I can't wait to see. And I know they're going to probably put Draymond Green on LeBron and Iguodala. It's just going to be, I can't wait for it. But like I said, I hope I'm wrong. Don't call my Rockets out. You saw what we did the Clippers. So don't start talking all that noise, texting my phone, tweet me and all that, talking about we done and we sad and all that. Take it one game at a time. That's what we going to do. Y'all tell me what y'all think about LeBron being all over dramatic after the game 3. Y'all tell me if y'all think my Rockets could come back from 3-1. And let me know what y'all think, bro. It was very interesting watching the NBA lottery last week, seeing how those balls fell. The New York Knicks was praying and hoping they were going to get in the top 3. Didn't happen. They're at 4. And from what I'm hearing, Phil Jackson talking about trading that 4th pick away. As if they don't have any more game changers, no more franchise players left after Okafor and Karl Towns. I mean, Emmanuel Mudiay, that'll be a great pickup in the draft for the Knicks if they could pick him at 4. D'Angelo Russell, these are 2 kids that is studs and that could be potential all-stars in the league. Just because you're missing out on Okafor and Towns, that don't mean you trade that 4th pick away. And this is why the Knicks are going to be bad for years to come if they trade that pick away. You go ahead and get Emmanuel Mudiay, 6'5" point guard. Come on, man. D'Angelo Russell, 6'3", 6'4" point guard. These 2 guys is going to be all-stars in the league in my mind. That's how I feel. I've been watching both of them for the last couple years. Mudiay went over there to China, played professional ball over there, and I think he averaged like 12 points, 4 assists, 5 assists or something like that. You know, that's pretty good to say you're going to play professional ball at 18 years old and you do that kind of job. So I think that'll be a good pick. I'm kind of torn between D'Angelo Russell and Moutier, which one I would take out of either one of them. The first pick in the draft, they saying that the Timberwolves going to pick Jahlil Okafor. I think that'll be a bad decision. You already got Pekovic at center, Kevin Garnett at power forward. You know he's aging. He should not be your starter for next year. You go ahead and pick Karl Anthony Towns, plug him in at the 4. Now you got Pekovic, who is a great young stud center in the league right now. I think he's like 23 years old. You got Okafor. You got Towns at the 4, Andrew Wiggins, Kevin Martin, Rubio. That's a nice, talented starting lineup. I don't think it makes any sense to draft Okafor when you already got Pekovic at center, unless you're gonna trade Pekovic and get your legitimate power forward. The Lakers probably gonna pick either one, whichever one falls to them. I think Jahlil Okafor will be a better fit for us what they need, because now you'll have Okafor, Julius Randle at the 4 and the 5. That's a nice young front court right there. And hopefully they could bring in, a nice free agent stud. But from what I'm hearing, nobody wants to go to LA. And long as Mitch Kupchak has to listen to everything that Jim Buss is saying, because Jim Buss running the show over there. He's running that franchise in the ground. And long as he's running the show and Mitch Kupchak got to listen to him, the Lakers going to be in shambles for about the next 4 or 5 years. They need to go ahead and let Jeannie Buss, his sister, take over. Because it seems like she know more about what's going on than he do. And it's a shame you let your sister have a better understanding and how to run a team better than you. It's sad. I know Dr. Buss is turning over in his grave. But I don't like the Lakers, never did. So this is making me feel pretty doggone good to see them in shambles like this. And it's just a shame that a player like Kobe got to go out like this. Everybody saying Kobe should retire. You think Kobe gonna leave $48 million on the table? Hell no. Come on now. He gonna come back next year, probably get hurt again, probably play 20 minutes a game or something like that, and try to help that team rebuild or something. But who knows? I like this draft though. They got some good talented players. My sleeper in the draft. Some people might think I'm crazy about saying this, but my sleeper in this draft is Jerian Grant, the point guard from Notre Dame. I paid attention to him a lot over the last 2 years at Notre Dame. He's like a point/shooting guard kind of player. I think he's like 6'3", 6'4". Very athletic, can shoot the ball, great vision. And I think he's a player in this draft that can end up being a starter on the road. They got him going like 20th in the draft. They got him going like top 20, but I think he's a lottery pick in my mind. That's just how I feel about it. Jerian Grant from Notre Dame, that's my sleeper. Now, I was watching the mock draft that Chad Ford put out, and he has Carly Stein, the center from Kentucky, going 6. Chad Ford, Carly Stein going 6. Don't get me wrong, I like Carly Stein. Very athletic player, but he has no skill set. He was a Tyson Chandler of college basketball this past year and in the previous years. The pick him 6, I think that's pretty high. And I've been hearing, he did a good job at the combine in Chicago, but like top 6, that's a stretch for Carly Stein. I think that's going to be a mistake if they pick him that high. Carly Stein, I think, is a first round pick, but to pick him that high, I think that's going to be a mistake. Who I think going to be the better pro out of Okafor and Towns? Towns, I think his game is kind of like an Al Horford. I think he could be a pretty good player in the league, but I think that's his skill set, like an Al Horford. Okafor, I call him Tim Duncan Jr. I think he's that good, and I think he can be that good. Like I said in one of my previous episodes, he going to have to knock down his free throws better than what he's doing. 50% ain't going to cut it in the league, and his defense is horrible. It's bad, and it's been bad. So that's 2 things he need to work on, which I think he going to get to. He's been so great all his life. He probably never really focused on shooting free throws at a high rate, because he probably just was dominating people so much he didn't have to focus on it. And on the defensive end, he's 7 foot. So he probably in college you saw what he did. They won a national championship without him playing no defense. But I think when he get to the league, I think he's going to change all that. So give me y'all feedback, man. Tell me what y'all think about this upcoming draft. Who y'all think the #1 pick should be out of Okafor and Towns? Which one y'all think going to be the better pro? And give me y'all sleepers of the draft. Who y'all think could be a start on the road that nobody really talking about? Y'all let me know what y'all think. It's G-Sportz. I'm signing out.
Where are we going? Why are we slowing down? Where are you going? We should be growing now.
Trying to open up my mind and unleash your talent. Tightrope in the good and bad, such a balance. I want to make it rapid. Tempted to go back to slinging grass like lawnmowers, but I got dream stages and chills filled with encores.
Where are we going?